Why don't you go see your boyfriend?
Yeah, he got a nice room. You won't have it long. He left a call for 7 a.m.
Listen properly.
Can you please look up this thing?
See if we can figure out something.
Hi friends, I'm sorry I'm late. I need to put this on while we talk. I was just doing Friday things, finishing a script thing for the week. I still have a few things to do. However, we could not miss this. So I saw that there is allegedly a verdict. Currently, I have not seen anything. Wait. 10 minutes ago. Wait.
Returning to the matter of Cromwell versus Christine Ricci, all parties are present in the courtroom.
We have a missing co-counsel.
Yes. So
you can bring the jury in.
court has so recorded it. Here too, where the in the 001.
Whoa.
Members of the
Court authorized your reentry.
No spoilers, please.
Would the jury and the defendant remain standing? All others be seated, please.
It says the verdict's got to play verdict music.
You may.
members of the jury, have you agreed upon your verdict?
Yes.
Okay, they have agreed on a verdict. Here we go. Are you ready? Whoop, whoop. Here we go. I'm so nervous. I know what it is because I know the jury instructions, but I'm still, my heart is racing.
What say you, Madam Forelady, as to indictment number 2183CR00153 on offense number 001, wherein the defendant, Christine Ricci, is charged with the crime of murder? Is she guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty of what?
Murder in the second degree.
Thank you.
Okay.
As to offense number 002, wherein the defendant, Christine Ricci, is charged with the crime of assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon. Is she guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Your Honor, may the verdict be affirmed.
Yes, they may.
Thank you. Members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court has so recorded it. You, upon your oath, do say that the defendant, Christine Ricci, is guilty of murder in the second degree on indictment number 2183CR00153, offense number 001. So say you, Madam Forelady.
Guilty.
So say you, all members of the jury.
Guilty.
You further, upon your oath, do say that the defendant, Christine Ricci, is guilty on indictment number 2183CR00153 on offense number 002 on the charge of assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon. So say you, Madam Forelady.
Guilty.
So say you, all members of the jury.
Guilty.
Thank you. Your Honor, the verdict has been recorded and affirmed.
Jurors, you may be seated. Jurors, I want to thank each of you for the time that you have spent with us on this important matter and resolving this important matter. As I said to you in the closing remarks yesterday, you should have confidence in your abilities as jurors. I know that being a juror is a very difficult thing, and I appreciate all the sacrifices that you've made to be here and to resolve this case. And that includes the deliberating jurors and the alternate jurors. I'll be back in the jury room in a moment to get your feedback with regard to the case. I like to hear what we're doing well as a system for jurors, and more importantly, how we can improve our system and make your experience easier and better. So I'll be back to greet you and give you my personal thanks. I now lift off of you those rules. Your jury service is completed. And you can now speak to anyone about this case or no one at all. You can do any research you want about the case or none at all. And I'm supposed to tell you that you can now leave with not open minds or closed minds, but I hope and I know that you will go through your lives open to new people and new experiences. I'll be in the back in a moment. Thank you.
Court, all rise to the jury. This way.
I know you've had no time to speak to the victims with regard to the case, but what's the Commonwealth seeking with regard to sentencing? When is what I'm asking. Or do you want a moment to speak to the victims?
If we could have a few moments, that would be great. I know Attorney Tim Bradle has been representing the three Ricci children. I just need to make sure that, is Your Honor inclined to potentially do sentencing today, or are you asking for?
I actually would prefer not to do the sentencing today, but I will do the sentencing today, or at least I want to take into consideration what the victims' views are with regard to that.
Okay.
Before I make a decision.
Okay.
Does the defense wish the sentencing to go forward today?
We have two members of my client's family that are here from out of state, so it would be better that it be done sooner from our perspective at least, but there is, and also we have, presumably though, there is an advantage to perhaps having the children here and giving them an opportunity to speak, so I leave it to Your Honor.
Why don't we get a little more information before we decide how we're going to proceed today? So I'll take a break. I'm going to speak to the jurors and send them on their way.
Thank you.
Anything else that we need to do at this moment?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All rise, please.
All right, I think that takes us to the present moment. Which is waiting to hear about sentencing. Oh, I don't know. I feel really sad about it. I think for me, what makes me sad is whichever way it went, her children were not in a fair position. Whichever way. They should not have had to go through this at all. So I think I mostly feel sad for them. Especially because it sounds like between the three of them, there's a lot of division. Amongst the three of them, there's a lot of division. And they really need each other. But they didn't do manslaughter, involuntary or voluntary, which is very interesting. I do think they should just get the sentencing over and done with. Like, just do it now. Quickest verdict read ever. Yeah. That was so quick. So they did about an hour yesterday, and then they did so that's 2 hours ago. So they did about 3 hours altogether. Whew. Okay, well, I came straight from my call in here. So I'm going to quickly show you what Judge Fleischer... no, actually, I'm going to go to yesterday because I just prefer to be behind on it to not take away from the people who want to watch him live. Gosh, we have lots of days we haven't finished. So I'm going to go back. Where are we? Let's start with yesterday. If I hear any movement in the courtroom. First of all, I don't think I greeted anyone. Let's start there. Greener seeks attorney. That's funny. Dark Cloud was here. Hi, Judy. Hi, True Crime Kitty. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Chris Barlage. Anyone know what artist Vicky plays? Chris, I don't know if you're still here, but I am. Oh, movement. I'm happy to pop their playlist in the chat when you're back. It's all from Artlist, which is free. Not free, I pay for it. Copyright free music. Hi, Judy, Lilith, Steve. I missed someone else. I said hi, Lisa. Also, thank you everyone for your patience. You know, I absolutely hate being late. I can hear something going on in there. I'm sorry that I was so late. True Crime Diva. I think you're new. And there's a cat. Yeah. Now I'm kind of wondering, are they going to come back the minute I walk away? Okay, let me put on... I'm going to put Fleischer on. If they come back, we can just pop over because it's nothing that intense. I want to go see. Like it's not a verdict. It's not like we need to do it right now. It'll be an answer on whether or not they're going to do sentencing today. Hi, Psychosaurus. Okay. Let's. I feel genuinely sad. I don't like it. I need to go shake it off.
What was the name again?
Her name was Diane, and she said
Works for.
Oh, what I was going to say is I need to find a cat.
Now that's a good question because we get the TRAS done quick. Results, that's another question, right?
Results would be done by Friday, so I would say maybe Monday.
Really? You think of that quick?
I would think it since it's expedited. and requested.
Great. Okay. Yeah, set it for Monday. And then, wait, did I give you Cedric's
Hi,
phone number?
Trish.
Can I give that to you? Do you mind reaching out to him? You know what? I emailed him yesterday before we left. I wonder if he replied. Victoria, do you know if he replied? I CC'd you on the email too. Let's see. No. Today's what, Wednesday? Right? Okay, you ready? Let me just give you this phone number. This is his cell phone, okay? 713-702-1574. His name is Cedric Taylor, works for the Los Angeles, or no, he works for TLC Wellness, right? But perhaps he knows how and if we can get Mr. Bueno into this housing place.
I'll reach out today.
We tried to call, Logan and I tried to call this housing complex yesterday and like the number wasn't working. I don't know, but he replied and so.
I did try to call the number you gave me multiple times. I haven't got anything. But I'll reset him for Monday. And
Does he know who that was? What was the name again?
her name was Diane, and she
Do
said.
you have a last name? If you can get a last name, then I can try to look it up.
Okay.
I could put it in the global list and try to look it up.
We'll do. And the last thing, since my dad been on me about, why did he stop screaming? He clicks in every single day to watch.
Right?
Yeah. So,
Who's screaming? Me?
no, my dad always been asking lately, he's not streaming no more. Why is he really streaming?
Who?
My dad, he watches every single day.
Right?
Every single day. But since he stopped, he's just been.
Well, tell your dad that you do an excellent job. That we love you, you know?
Thank you.
For sure. Alan. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Hey, Ricardo.
On a client, Mr. Guillermo Morales Duran,
In custody on bond.
he's on bond, Judge. Now, I needed to approach because you put a condition that he needed to be educated. And so I was trying to get a reset on this case.
What is Mr. Morales doing now?
Well, as far as education or working?
Both.
Well, working, he works at a nice restaurant called El Jardín. It's where Mamacitas first started, I believe. They're related to the Mamacitas chain. And so he works there. He's been trying to.
This is the gentleman who's our age who can't read or write.
I believe so, yes.
What is he doing?
So he's gone to different locations. I told him to go to a location called AMA. It's a Hispanic organization where they help the Latin community with needs. The first time he went there, they said, hey, we only got classes for kids. So then they put him in touch with the consulate's office. He went over to the consulate's office. They said they sent him somewhere else to Baker Ripley in his neighborhood. He went to Baker Ripley. They said, hey, we don't do that. We just do employment. So he went back to AMA, they sent him back to AMA, and so he talked to somebody different there. And so there's a class that he could go to, but the class that's current is already in session, so they can't put him in there. The next availability isn't until September 9th. He's struggling with finding the transportation to figure all this out, and he's got limited means to do it
I'm gonna
online.
reach out to someone now. So bear with me a second. I have other things to do.
Yes, Judge, the only thing I was gonna say was he's got a plan in place. Hama is kind of just a metro trip down because he lives in the area, sort of. It just takes one trip from metro to get down there. So it's a viable solution if you allow him to wait till September 9th. It's a great organization. And
Okay, I'm gonna also reach out to the MAC to see what other things that we have, other resources that they may have perhaps, and they can also help pay to try to help them, learn how to read and write.
There's a lot of stuff online, Judge. The problem is he can't afford it and he's not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna see if I can pay for it.
Okay,
Right? So just bear with me. I just need a bit of
I'll
time.
come back on that one. Okay, I'll do
Is
that.
that it?
Just for the regular docket, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Paria,
Morning, Judge. How are you?
hey, what's up?
Not much. I'm here on Chandra Moss. I approached on her last week. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. It was the fugitive who you agreed to give a bond to, but you wanted her to be here in person. We tried to set her on docket for Monday, but I don't know what happened. There was some sort of glitch and she didn't make it on the docket. Oh, are Day and Amy there? I can't see them, or am I just?
No, they're not here yet.
Oh, they're not here. Well, then let me
No.
wait. Let me email them and wait till they get there. Then, Judge. Sorry about that.
I'll text Day now.
Okay, thanks. Oh, but is Garza there? Deputy Garza, were you able to bring her up or no?
I have not got her up here. I'm calling the pod to see if I can get her up here.
Okay. Yeah, so they didn't bring her up, and that's what I was gonna say, because Amy and Dave have been emailing me about that. So
Yeah,
I
Amy-
know that you wanted her up to admonish her, so I'm hoping they can bring her up, but if not, I'm gonna beg you to set up on anyway, because I talk to her mom like every day. It's not like they're not gonna know what to
Hey,
do.
I'm gonna try to get her here.
Sounds good. I'll hang tight.
Yeah.
Thanks.
For sure. You said Moss? Did she say?
Yes, Chandra Moss, Judge. MOSS.
Mr. Fleming.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey,
I have Melvin Morales Soto on docket today. Need to approach just because the age of the case, and maybe, I think it's under Morales. Melvin is in the audience.
thanks. Yeah, it's what we're doing.
So we have everything signed as far as the PTI contract. He needed a little bit more time to get the DAP and stuff. He's been out of work from the storm and other things, trying to catch up on bills and such. So he needs more time to get the payment for that and the device.
Where is he?
Yes, sir. Come this way.
Does he have the interlock?
No, he doesn't have that yet.
It's Morales Soto. Tell me, when can you have the rest of these?
I can have it by next month, by the 15th. That's my next free trip. I just haven't been working because of the.
Hey, that's about 2 weeks from now. I'm willing to give you that, but your case is 190 days old. Should happen a long time ago. I will not give you any more time after that. Do you understand? I will acquiesce to you now. I'm giving you what you want, but you will be out of time after that. Do you understand?
And that includes the.
You need the interlock.
$300.
You also have to pay the DA fee, correct? Yeah. If you have any issues, there are other providers around here that can either put you on a payment plan, or you tell them that you're indigent and then they can reduce the fees, but it's your responsibility to find them. You must have this done within the next reset. All right? Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have today. Maybe excuse, you just take a seat.
Oh, I don't know.
Right there.
Oh,
What's your name?
ink.
You, what you do?
It's ink for the pen, probably. Yeah, no problem.
Let me take it to her.
Thanks. Huh? What? Oh, I don't know. Hey, what's up? Where you at this day? The chief? Yeah, are you the chief?
No, I'm not the chief, Scott Hutchins.
Oh.
Yeah.
How goes it?
I'm the chief, Scott, yeah, Scott Hutchins. I only started this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll be there for a couple of weeks.
Have you been to felony court yet?
I think that's what I come by.
Okay. Good. I mean, yeah. How many trials have you had since? Have you had any? Just ours. That's it.
That's it. I mean, it's a lot.
That's the problem. You know, you need to get that, and then once you start doing that, that's when they'll move you upstairs because you've got the time. You know.
I think we'll do it. Especially when you get the felony or something else.
Yeah. Well, they're always trying stuff.
You met Kim?
Oh. I don't know. Look up Herndon. Is he? I don't know if they bring him up. Oh, I have to sentence him. Hey, Steven, is Herndon up?
I specially requested him, but he did not make it. He was still in PC court.
Why?
When my paperwork shows that he was in PC court on the new case.
Oh, he picked up a new case.
He picked up a new
No.
trespassing case.
Did you know
No, but that's why he was picked up. Not on the warrant, he was picked up because of the trespassing, then the warrant.
So where's?
Oh.
Where's that?
And they gave him a PR bond on the new case.
Like, he ain't getting out.
No, that's why when I saw that, I requested that he did not.
Oh, looks kind of
go,
rough.
but to come to us
Looks
first.
Is it that one now?
You look, no. Different.
Yeah, it looks completely different.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks a lot different now. So we need to sentence him.
If you haven't heard the verdict, this is a warning that they're gonna talk about part of it. So you probably want to go watch before you see this part.
What's non-session, Mr. Chief?
We're returning to the matter, Commonwealth versus Christine Ricci, all parties present before.
Yes,
Good morning.
Oh.
Jim Bradle, all three of the Ricci children would like to be here for sentencing. He suggested 3 dates, and the best date for all parties is either August 20th or the 22nd. The 22nd would be most preferable for the Commonwealth because ADA Haran, the partner trial team, obviously is going to be on trial on the 19th on a drug case. And things, hopefully, the later we do this, he might be able to participate.
Clerk, what do we look like?
Ow.
So why don't we put it on for, I assume we're on trial that week. So let's put it on for 3 o'clock. Yes. Madam Clerk, what do we have that week?
Is that it? Anything more?
Entitled to present, I presume, but I don't know, that Commonwealth is, I did the caucus fund.
Thank you.
And I didn't mean to say, I presume, but I don't know, that Commonwealth is entitled to present written testimony, not only from the children, but also other members of the decedent's family.
Thank you.
And the defense is entitled to present any additional information that you might want to present to the court that might be relevant to my decision-making. All right? Anything else that we need to cover today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Court, all right.
Okay, so just for the record, this matter is continued to August 22nd, 2024 at 3 p.m. for sentencing. Thank you.
Court stands in recess. Please to the courtroom.
We'll be there.
So I hope,
Well, that's why I wrote it into the transport.
you know what, I'm gonna call,
Let me call, Jake.
I'm gonna call you. What do I do?
I make good luck tomorrow.
hey, you got a second? Can I give you pause number? 0721. So Mr. Herndon and I have a long history, and we tried a case, I want to say about 6, maybe 7 months ago. And we set him for sentencing, and he never showed up. I ended up sentencing him anyways, and he's been just MIA for the last, since we sentenced him. They finally picked him up because he picked up a new case, another trespass case. It looks like the magistrate has given him a PR bond on the new trespass case, but I want to make sure that they don't release him because I need to sentence him on the trial case. Yeah, and I'm hoping that they don't release him. Okay. Yeah. Hey, recall the GOV, please. On Herndon, they gave him a general order bond. On the new case, recall that. And then, you know, I guess I'll just. And then I'll just, you know, that he's just a flight risk, I guess. We can never, we just can't get him to show up, you know? No. Yeah, hey. Okay, I guess we'll do that. I want to make sure that this happens before he gets, if and when he gets released, because I don't know if they're going to release him. And, okay, so that means that they're going to keep it. He can postpone. It says no bond, right? I mean, I'm showing that there's no bond set. No. What happened was he appealed. So we went to trial. He lost. I sentenced him and he filed an appeal. He never did anything with the appeal. We sent him mail. We sent him certified mail. We sent him emails. We sent just about every medium you can imagine that we called him. We sent him every meeting that we could. He never responded to anything. So we ended up having a hearing that he has failed to request any kind of record, reporter's record, clerk's record, anything. And so the appeal was basically denied and it was over with. But so now what's left to do though is sentence him on the original trial so that he can do the time. I have Stephen, my bailiff, trying to locate him to see if we can try to get him.
A little bit.
I do know.
How long is it going to take for him to get stressed out? And how is No, yesterday he's been in for at least 24 hours because we spoke about this yesterday. And maybe that's why they gave him a JV. The sheriff's office couldn't get to him, or the magistrate couldn't get to him. There's just too many damn people getting arrested. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks, Sylvia. You're the best. Okay. I have administration trying to locate him.
I have them also.
Because, huh?
I have JPC on the line.
She's telling me that they're not going to send him up until they house him and dress him down. Which one?
Are you gonna put the same on the
Yeah, I'll leave it at 100. I'm not going to touch it, right? But recall the GOB, and then I'm going to try to get him as quick as we can.
Don't call it. Do for student.
Okay. Hey, good morning. What's up?
See where you Christmas time.
My Chinooka, Hanukkah, yeah, or Christmas, yeah.
Judge, I'm back on Mr. Trim from yesterday.
On who?
Trim.
Oh, Mr. Trim, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to take a time served on it. And I don't know where.
The court consider a 30-day offer on that one. On the front.
What do you think of that, Pavel?
Judge, in my humble opinion, I don't think this is not a deferred guy that's gonna follow all our conditions.
Right.
We're just gonna be back, and it's on a fake plate case. Frankly,
He said 30. Are you okay with 30?
I don't, I can.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Hey.
Let me do I'm gonna do the easy one first.
Harrington, come on up. Okay.
I'm good to speak.
Easy first. Yeah, for sure.
Shannon Joel Gutierrez.
Thunder Gutierrez?
Yeah, I think you required his appearance. Discovery's in, I watched everything. He's not.
It's waived.
It is waived, okay.
So
Because you had kind of wanted him to find the job.
Do you
So-
have no phone number?
He calls randomly. I'll try, that's okay. I was gonna ask for more time if you needed to be here, because everything
No,
is in.
I don't need him to be
Okay.
here,
So I'm gonna reset him, requires appearance.
but he has contact with you, I guess, because
Well, everything's in. It's either he can set up trial or just plea it.
It's a trespass.
Right.
And he has a lot of history. Logan, what are you looking for? What are you looking for, Mr. Gutierrez?
I was a lot of history, either
Fair enough.
You let me know, Greg.
Okay.
I'm cool with whatever you want.
Okay, so I'm just gonna reset him and require that, he's the guy that you had wanted to show proof of employment, and he had the piece of paper that said he was doing some home health care, helping some elderly, I don't know if you remember. But anyway, that's why I approached. Okay.
Is it working now?
I mean, he says he's working. I
mean, it's a relative term, right?
I mean, he provided some.
Working on my tan.
Provided some piece of paper, but everything's in, so I was either just gonna.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay, that's how you had it here, so I was gonna try to.
It's waived now. It should have been required if that was the fact, but
Okay, well,
yeah, it's okay.
yeah, anyway, cool. So I will get a reset on that. And then the next one is Miguel Garcia. He's the young kid that tested positive twice, that you had revoked his bond. His mother is here today, so is his sibling. So I was gonna see if you would reconsider his bond or give him a general order PR bond again. But mom is here.
Where's mom?
She's in the back.
Okay. Do we need a translator for mom?
No.
Okay. Do you mind bringing up Mr. Gutierrez?
And just so you know.
Garcia.
Turned on, he was in pre-releasing, they're catching him going.
Pre-release?
Because of the GOB bond.
But.
I am shit, so I gotta move to classification, so that way he can get housed and he can get to us. Just like, you know.
I swear I can just lose it. Just gonna release someone who's supposed to do a 6-month sentence. We'll never see them again.
Mine's Garcia. Miguel Garcia.
But luckily I was on the line with all of them. and-
Great job, Stephen. I swear.
And Amy Moss should be heading our way shortly.
Oh, okay.
I saw the GOB bond this morning, and that's why I did a special request this morning.
The reason is because he did not get in front of a magistrate within 24 hours. And so that's why they just gave him the GOB and they were just gonna let him go. But the problem is that we have to sentence him. And if they release him, we're just not gonna see him again. Aria. What about Miss Moss?
She should be here shortly.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah, your mom's here. Right there, okay. She might be coming. Oh, is that your brother?
It's my little brother, not the one involved with the kids.
Oh, it's not the one involved. Okay. That's that.
Mom, come up. Hey, Dan.
Okay.
Hi, thank you for coming. Do you know why he's in custody? For what? Cocaine. And it's not the first time. I have repeatedly ordered him not to use, especially a 17-year-old kid. Or 19, is it 19? The only way I can protect him from himself, you are your worst enemy, your own worst enemy, Mr. Garcia. And the only way that I can control to ensure that you're not using is to keep you locked up. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. And I'm going to tell you that I don't take it lightly when you lie to me, because that tells me you think I'm stupid. That's what I think. When you lie to me, I say, this guy must think I'm stupid. And I'm not. I may look stupid, but I'm not. And I am now, will not fall for this again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And you've already done it to me multiple times. So, Mom, I don't know where to go from here, because if I release him, I know what's going to happen. And was he living with you at home?
Is that because of this case?
Yes, because,
Okay.
This was because I don't remember anything
Before
about
this
the case.
assault case, he was living with you?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to. How old is your other son that was involved in this case? He's 20. What does he do? He lives with you currently, but he currently lives with you now. What do you think, Greg? What do we do?
Well, I don't know, Judge. I mean, obviously, I'm going to ask for a bond now.
He has a bond set.
Well, a lower bond. Because the bond, from what I remember, is pretty high.
15,002.
Right.
It is a high bond.
So I was going to see if you would consider lowering that. From what his mom told me, the RIP call says that the complaining witness doesn't want to testify, but says some sort of probation or something like that. But then
It's a familial case. I know how these cases, right?
The family's saying, well, no, the brother wants the case against him dismissed, right? So that tells me that there's not a conflict there. If, mom and brother want him home, I think that's a better environment. Obviously, he picked up this case, then he was living at the cousin because he couldn't be at the house. And obviously, cousin, no supervision, he's using cocaine, So I think he'd be better back with mom.
I know how these cases end up, and it's just, brothers fight. I get it. Sisters fight. I get it. And that's not my problem. My problem is the drug usage and how to stop it. Because you're only 19 and you repeatedly continue to use. How you're getting the money to buy cocaine at 19 is he working?
He was working at work, but when he got all this and got locked up, he was
Right.
like-
Obviously, he's lost it now, but how are you getting the money? You're going to buy. These are rhetorical questions you don't need to answer. How are you getting it? Where do you get the money? And more importantly, how do we get it to stop? That's the question that I have. And that's what I'm grappling with now, Mr. Garcia. I want to let you out. I don't want to keep you in jail. But if I let you out, I know what's going to happen. So how do we prevent that from happening?
Is there any sort of county inpatient program, if he was granted a bond, that he could go to?
Yeah, I mean, we do, is there a safe P or like YMAC, young men about change? Is that something that we can do? Can we look into that? Do you mind? Okay. I think that is probably, I think that we need to do, so what we have is we have evaluations. We have people to talk to him.
He got out of jail. If you can.
We have people to evaluate him to see what the proper course of action is, like what kind of treatment program, whether there's something that we can do out in the free world where is it something that we would have to do while he's in custody? That depends on how the TRAS goes with him. So I think that that's probably the wisest thing that we need to do is
So we
set
set
you
it right
up.
now
What
for-
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, can we do it again on Friday, you think? Do you mind? I tell them we won't do it anymore. We're the last one, so that they don't get upset, you know? I want you to do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see where we go from here. Be honest, because I'm gonna get a copy of it and I'm gonna read it. And I'm gonna know if you're honest or not. And if you're not honest, I'm gonna make you do it right over again.
Okay, sorry, Your Honor, what's a tier?
It's an evaluation to see what kind of program, if any, we should put you in so that the dope stops. Now, a lot of time, I mean, I shouldn't say a lot of time, you have to also want it to stop. If you don't want it to stop, it's not going to stop. And the problem is if you continue, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to end up dead or you're going to end up in prison because your addiction is going to become so bad. Dope is very expensive and people will do just about anything to get their hands on dope, including breaking into houses, breaking into cars. And what happens is you'll end up getting shot. You'll end up getting killed, or much worse. I mean, well, I guess nothing's worse than getting shot and killed, but you could end up in prison on a 25-year sentence. End up because you do something that you just can't dig yourself out of. Mr. Garcia, I'm trying to prevent that from happening.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Don't thank me.
I know, but I know.
Be honest, and
No, I
I'll
know.
make it work.
All right.
Did you graduate from high school?
Oh, but I'm working to get my GED.
Everybody tells me that. That's something else that we're gonna do as well, because I'm gonna make sure before all is said and done with us, that you will have a high school diploma, because I will not do anything in this case until you have your high school diploma. You understand?
Sure.
And if I have to continue putting you in there, I'll do it in a heartbeat. So I'm going to set you up for a TRAS for Friday. We will get the results on Monday, and then that'll dictate where we go.
So reset for Monday or Tuesday?
Set up for Monday.
For Monday?
Monday.
We'll have the result.
Hope, I mean, I'm trying.
Okay, I'll roll up to Tuesday.
I can't force them to try to, I'm expediting it to try to get it done as fast as possible, so he doesn't have to sit there and languish.
Okay.
If I let him out, I know what's gonna happen. History dictates what's gonna happen. So I don't want him to end up in prison or dead. And this is the best way that I think it can happen. Give me questions.
Since we have to wait till Monday, I have to wait to look for this, so.
Correct. I mean, his bond is at 15,002. But the problem is that if I let him out, I know what he's gonna go do. He's not gonna show up for a TRAS, or he's gonna go and start partying again. I don't want that to happen. We did that.
With him being at his cousin's.
Do you work?
Yeah.
When the cat's away, the mice will play. I mean, you have a life too. You can't keep eyes 24/7 on him. That's the problem. You got to work too. When you work, what do you think he's doing? If I had another method, I would. We've tried that. We tried that last time.
Judge, can we come back Monday, see where the TRAS is at, reconsider, and if you were to reconsider, obviously some sort of GPS monitor?
Let's see what the TRAS says, and we'll go from there. I don't want to make any promises because
I got you, I
I
understand.
don't want them to get upset that I go back on any word. I don't know. I think the most important thing is we need to have the TRAS done. Mr. Garcia, please be honest, because if you are not, I will schedule you for another one, and I'm not going to expedite it this time. The next TRAS, they're all set for August 12th. I'm expediting it now to help you get it done as fast as possible. But if you're not honest, I will not expedite the next one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Greg, let's set it to Monday and we'll go from there.
And then I need your son that's to call the DA.
And what is?
She'll give you a card. He'll give you a card. Okay, thank you. I'll give you a card. Okay.
Got appointed to Miss Smith. Okay.
So she said she's not driving right now and didn't know if she would be able to do a no driving affidavit as a portable device.
Correct.
If that's possible.
Come up, Miss Smith. Why is she not driving? I guess we'll find out. Miss Smith, do you have a car?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put an interlock on that car. Because so many people here tell me they're not gonna drive. And they drive anyways. I'm gonna pay for it for you, so there's nothing out of your pocket. But I will put an interlock on your car regardless. If you tell me you're not gonna drive, that's okay. But I will give you a portable device. But I absolutely want an interlock on that car, so I know whoever drives it, if they have alcohol in the system, it's not gonna turn on. It takes your picture every time you blow into it. Do you understand, man?
Yes, sir.
So beware that if you try to fool us by having someone else blow into it, or you obstruct the view by looking outside the camera, it's just as good as blowing hot. Okay? So if you're not gonna drive, that's okay, but I'm still gonna put an interlock on it so I know it doesn't get driven.
I didn't drive here. I lived it here. So how do I go about doing that?
So what's gonna happen now is we will give you a court order, okay? You will get the portable device today. And then you're gonna have to make an appointment to bring the car in to have the interlock put on, but someone else is gonna have to drive it. Well, I mean, since I'm giving you a portable device, I'm okay with you driving it, just, I want the interlock on the car just in case. And I'll pay for everything so nothing comes out of your pocket. So there's no excuse.
So if she does get the interlock in the vehicle, you're saying that she also needs the portable
If
device?
she's telling me she's not gonna drive, I want the portable, but I still want the interlock on the car to make sure that it doesn't get driven. Or if someone drives it, there's no alcohol on board.
And so why am I getting both? Like, so I get the portable one and then get the interlock on the car
I guess if
and
she's-
turn in the portable one? Or like, I
So typically what happens is when we put it on a car, you blow when you get in the car, but there's also a blow schedule that you have as well, so that we know that you're not using alcohol. If you're not gonna use the car and the car's just gonna sit there, then we know you're never gonna blow, right? So you could conceivably consume alcohol, we'd never know. So that's why I would give you a portable device, so I know that you're not consuming, unless you want to continue to go out to the car and blow into it.
So if she is driving and using the vehicle with the interlock, she wouldn't need the portable.
Correct.
But if she's gonna not drive, then she would need.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Do you see what I mean? Right. So you tell me how you want it. I'm happy to do however you want it. Just talk with Josh and you let me know.
We talk over here, Judge?
For sure. No. You guys can go.
They're more than likely they're gonna try to rush them through to get through all that today.
Is there something wrong with him, or is it just a standard medical?
Standard policy, get them through medical, get them through all these little phases.
And that's what
then housing.
Sylvia said, that, why Friday? Oh, well, no, I gotta talk to him as soon as possible because he hasn't seen him. He hasn't seen a magistrate, so that's why I have to talk to him.
Well, Well, that's the whole, he was actually, he was in magistrate court. That's when they gave him the PR.
Oh, okay. So he has seen that.
Right, he's seen a magistrate.
Okay. Um. Yeah, we just have to make sure.
No, that's why
We've never seen them.
the deputy called me back saying, look, they let one of us come run over there and skip all these processes. They're.
I'm okay with it,
Like,
just as long as they don't release
And
him. I'm
he
okay.
verified that he goes, we're booking him under the old one. You got the
We're
GOP.
recalling the GOB now, so just so they
So,
know.
just let you know.
Hey, Melissa, did you recall the GOB?
So.
So he must make the $100 surety bond. Well, I mean, he can't make it because. Hey, Frausto is here. I don't want to keep him waiting any longer. So you want to, do you have the cause number handy? Tracy, do you have, what's that? For Mr. Frausto? Okay, you want to? I think we were just gonna give him a normal setting after today. He's gonna get a scram today, and then we were just gonna put him off like 30 days or so. Whatever Ms. Brawlham wanted, but I don't know what that date was. Perhaps it shows in yesterday's docket. I might have written it down. Let me see.
Go ahead and take some of these just in case.
No, I'm trying to look at do you know how to look at yesterday's docket online?
Yeah.
Would it be imaged already or no? Or can you pull it up?
I can pull it up.
Yeah, can you pull up and then see what we wrote for Frausto? No.
Hi,
we
this is
do-
Attorney Tanya
That's great.
Romo. I'm sorry I missed your call. You could leave me your name and your number. I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Ms. Broholm, it's David Fleischer. I'm calling you about Frausto. We'd like to know what reset date you would like. Would you mind giving me a call back? Thanks.
I'm just clarifying here with Smith. So did you say if she does do the vehicle interlock, is she still?
If she's gonna have a blow schedule, right? She's gonna get a blow schedule on the interlock in the car, so that she's gonna have to blow at certain points so that we know she's not consuming alcohol, right? So if she wants to do that, great. Otherwise, we'll put the interlock in her car without a blow schedule, and she'll have a portable device. So that's. Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yes, Your Honor, I just confirmed it.
Good. I can't imagine he's happy with that one, but
No, but that's okay. We get over it.
yeah. No, he won't.
Yeah, we will. You have a whole bunch of time to get over it.
Mm. Hi, Day.
Hello, Judge.
We're trying to get Miss Moss now.
I know, I'm following the emails and the, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna forward something to you because I can't print it out. Do you mind printing this out? This is the order to rescind that I have to sign. For some reason, it's not letting me print it. Oh. Hey.
All right, if you're online, Miss Moss should be coming up out of the elevator momentarily.
She's not here, but I'll text her right now. So she's coming up now?
Yes, she's.
Okay. Moss should be here momentarily. Thanks, Stephen. Here you go. Hey, what's that cost number? Do you mind? Yeah.
252.
Okay.
2152.
That's it. So Ramona, Mr. Herndon, I wanted him labeled as a vexatious litigant. Remember, we had asked the count.
It's like a trial case in jury.
Hey, Pavel,
Yes, sir.
Logan,
Yes, sir.
let me give you a cause number,
Yes, sir. All right.
241-0721. So this is the case that we were dealing with here, is Mr. Herndon. In this case, about 8 months ago, we tried this where he essentially applies for and applies to live into an apartment, right? And when you do it, the first thing you do is you pay for the application fee. It's like a $50 application fee. They run your criminal history, and then they give you a lease. You sign the lease and you become a tenant and you pay monthly as you go, right? Here, he basically got the application, never paid the $50, never filed the application, never paid rent, never did anything, and stayed there for the tune of, I think it was like maybe 8 months, 9 months, never paid a dime, never did anything. And so they ended up charging him with criminal trespass because they tried to evict him and he went back. I'm sorry, Josh, you.
One question for you.
She's saying I think that she needs to appear because she's got the 2 devices. You want her to come to her next court date or?
No, it's waived. Yeah. So
That was
we,
a convicted case. we're talking
so yeah, and so what happened was, we ended up going to trial. He represented himself. Or did he represent himself? I think he ended up representing himself, which was really interesting, in and of itself.
You had him back acquitted.
Yeah, she was just basically stand by, didn't really she just kind of hung in the event that he needed questions.
Sure.
And so jury convicts him. And then we were going to do sentencing and he took off, like just up and leaves and just takes off. So I ended up sentencing him to 180 days with, I think, I don't know, maybe like a day credit or something. Something.
Did you tell me anything else? Because how do I give?
Just it would be filed under the new case.
Yeah, I know, but the GOB has to be removed. So do I need to contact somebody to do that? Because I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
But since they're doing the GOB, I can't, we can't revoke it.
I think, I'm asking.
Or maybe I understood. I don't know.
Huh? Hello? No. Okay. Docket. Okay, all right. I'll go now. All right. Yeah, I'll call them on the way. All right. Bye. Yeah, I gotta go get him. He's got a high fever and his eye pain, so I gotta go get him. Damn it. Hey, can you hear me? So what do we do next? I'm gonna file that. It has to be rushed over to the sheriff's office.
Okay, so send a copy to the.
Huh? Had you want to, do you want Melissa to just email it to you or? You can email it to Sylvia.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
Got it. Okay. Say it again. Yeah, he was in pre-release. Ramona, I gotta go. Yeah, baby's sick, he has a high fever and eye pain. So can we just go through the docket real quick, who no shows?
Judge on, Paige Brown, she called yesterday, that she was she's in West Oaks and she won't be released until today.
Your Honor, did party have a heads up?
Let me see real quick. I did, here she is. Do you have Ms. Moss?
Yeah, she's back
Great,
there.
do you mind bringing her up?
We didn't need, I had text Luis just in case for Bosco, but did you? I don't know where they went.
I don't know. Okay, Ramona, who are you talking about? Hi, Irma.
Paige Brown, Paige Brown, she called yesterday to let us know. She's going to be released today. I tried to call back to let her know when it comes to.
Okay, SFBF tomorrow. Okay,
Have you heard from Casanova or Calhoun?
I've not. So just hold on it for now, and then I'll call you in like an hour and a half.
Morales, on page as well.
Mr. Frausto, do you speak English? All right, toma asiento. We were waiting for, okay.
Okay.
Hey, did she get the motion filed or not? Huh? So let's do this. I'm gonna roll it to tomorrow. And then he's gonna be back here tomorrow. Aria, Day. Come on up, Miss Moss. Okay. Good morning, Miss Moss. So tell me about Aparia.
So Judge, this is the young lady I talked to you about last week. I've been speaking to her mom. She has 3 children. I don't have my notes with me since I'm on vacation. I think they're 9, 5, and 4. She has a great job at Jack in the Box. I think she's been in custody about 3 weeks. They said they'd hold the job open for her for about a month. So I need to get her out of there kind of within the week. To be able to go to work and then turn herself into Louisiana. You said that you would give her a bond. You just wanted her present to admonish her. You were wanting for us to agree to a bond, but we've spoken, and unfortunately, I don't think we can agree on an amount. Day is asking for $10,000. I'm asking for $1,000. If just as a reminder, the case out of Louisiana is an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. It's one of those, and I hope I'm not getting the name of the company wrong because again, it's been a minute. I think it's like a U-Haul for keeping a vehicle past a certain amount of days. Her family's already in contact with the complainants. They're trying to get restitution because all they want is that, and then they'll tell the Louisiana DA's office to drop the charges. But like I told you last week, that takes a minute, but that's always what happens in all of these cases, essentially. Since it's not the most serious offense, and she already does have a $20,000 bond set on her felony case here, she's already having.
It's one thing after the other with Miss Moss. I mean, in 22, you have a felony deadly conduct. I got to imagine that she either shot at someone or had something with a weapon.
There's a gun, Judge.
What did she do? Allegedly. After that, you have a felony theft from an elderly person 3 months later. In July of this year, you pick up a failure to ID as a fugitive from justice. In February of this year, you pick up a felony injury to a child, and now you have a UUMV from Louisiana, and you want me to give you a bond? Yeah,
Officer responded to a weapons disturbance upon arrival. Officer in contact with the complainant witness who stated that while a basketball game turned into a physical disturbance, the 2 children assaulted minor RM, which was broken up by CW. A black female defendant Moss then arrived at the scene with a black colored Springfield XDS pistol tucked into her waistband and accused CW of assaulting her 2 young children and placed her hand on her gun while stating, "I'll fucking shoot you, motherfucker, and you need to take your African asses back to Africa." Defendant Moss then called an unknown individual, telling them to pull up. A black male defendant, Hayward Trahan, then arrived a short time later and struck the complaining witness in the face with a closed fist, causing pain. Defendant Hayward Trahan and stated to complaining witness, "That's for fucking with my baby mama," then left the scene in a white SUV. Officer conducted the photo lineup, and the defendant Hayward Trahan was ID'd by both complaining witness and witness.
so now what happened with the injury to a child case, please?
It has been reset to July 19th.
I know, but what happened is it, she's got 3 kids. Is this involving one of those 3 kids as well?
No, Judge, it seems to be the child of a neighbor. Officer dispatched to an assault and met with the witness who advised. Defendant came to her residence to fight after a disagreement at the neighborhood park. In the process, defendant grabbed complaining witness to a 6-year-old by the neck and was scratched. Officer observed the injury and believed that a reasonable person would be in pain. Officer also observed the juvenile to be visibly scared.
And you want me to give her a low bond, Paria?
I was just asking for a reasonable
I
bond
mean-
just to get her, I mean, sorry, go
You're a
ahead.
dangerous person, man. You know, my only concern, 2 things, right? Number 1, that you go to Louisiana, but more importantly, that my county, Harris County, is protected, right? You have shown over and over that your trigger temper gets the better of you and you end up in jail charged with a felony. And all these, it's not like these cases are from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They're all fresh. They're still going on now. I don't know about giving you a bond, Miss Moss. You scare me. I mean, I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but when you get out there, you turn into a different person. I'm surprised, Day, that you were agreed to a bond in this case, really. I'm really surprised that you were.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
It's okay.
we came last week. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. I'm sorry. I think it was Friday. And we went over Miss Moss's case, and you specifically said that you would give her a bond and to put her on the docket. You just wanted to admonish her in person, which is why, I'll be honest, I
hadn't looked at her criminal history at that point. I
Okay.
didn't, and I guess,
'Cause I approached
and there's my mistake for speaking
No,
without looking.
Yeah, because the thing is, that's why I reached out to him. And you can see, I don't have any cases on the docket this week. I'm on vacation with my family. So I only put her on because because you said there was a chance of her getting out of jail. Is just the only reason I put the case on the docket and had her come. So if you would at the very least agree to the bond that Day agree, if you're not inclined to give her a bond, and Day agreed to a $10,000 bond, would you at least set that? I'm not sure if the family can make it. If they can't, what they'll do is just post the felony bond to trigger her 14 days for Louisiana, which will at least hopefully get her there to be able to get out in time to go back to work. But since we already went through all this trouble and then the state has agreed to 10,000, I've already informed the family that you'd agreed, since that I was just going based on what you said, Judge, when we approached the first time with the prosecutors.
Just for Jay's part, I informed him when he came back that he had discussed possibly giving bond last week, and I think he was surprised as well. So that's probably the only reason he offered the 10K.
That's correct.
I guess, let me see what conditions the felony court has put on so that we know. Just,
And that was the other thing I was going to tell Your Honor. Obviously, I know you're reading the PC for the felony case, but that's obviously being addressed in the felony court, and that judge has set a bond as they see fit, which that's actually a pretty difficult court, the 174th. So if they've set a $20,000 bond just out of deference. to
what
that
judge is
judge.
that in the 174th?
It's Hazel Jones, Your Honor, and she's, like I said, she's not one to give notoriously low bonds. I've practiced in her court before.
I agree. I agree
yeah.
with you on that. Okay.
And I just wanted to, just because it wasn't addressed before, I don't know if it's already been resolved, if party already resolved it separately, but I do show an out-of-county hold as well, Judge. I don't know.
There's another out-of-county hold too?
I didn't know about that. Let me double see if that pops up on my system. I didn't know about that. Hold on.
Okay. So, and I'll clear, like, I don't know. I know there is a hold. And so I guess that was a miscommunication on the emails back and forth. That's the one I was addressing after the felonies, is that I didn't know if she already intended to have a number set in the out-of-county, or if it was already like if there was already a defense attorney there that was addressing it.
What's the other hold, Day?
That's the issue. I was trying to look it up the other day, and I don't know because I couldn't find it on the FBI number search or the NCIC search. But
I mean, it could be a capital murder case. I mean, how do I
no,
know?
well,
you know,
it didn't flag. Let me run it one more time, Judge.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just run it also.
While I'm waiting, Ricardo,
Hey, Judge.
tell me.
Judge, I just need to speak with Amy about,
Hey, I gotta run. I have to go. So if you tell me who you have real quick.
Ms. Moss, can you step back so we can have Irma here for Mr. Fausto real quick?
She just, if you can translate for Mr. Frausto to Tracy that he needs a scram on his ankle. That's it.
Okay, so Day, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm looking at the holds. You may want to check with the clerks. I do not see an out-of-county hold. Now, I do see 2 out-of-state holds, one Jefferson Parish and one New Orleans Parish. I don't see 2 fugitive cases filed for you.
So the 071124, that it's on the left side on the CRT, it says OOC. So that's how I was looking at it, the out-of-county.
Well, you're saying my system shows differently. So
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But if you want to check with the clerks, you can. I don't see
I
an
will.
out-of-county hold.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
OOC.
defense just says out of state.
I just see 2 out-of-state cases.
Agreed.
That's it. One out of Jefferson Parish and one out of New Orleans Parish.
I just emailed Melissa on the one I'm referring to.
Oh, see.
Okay, where? What is that?
Oh, I got it.
If I'm reading it wrong, then I'm reading it wrong. But I just saw the OOC on the side of the 071124.
So she does have an out-of-county?
It's in out of county, but it hasn't been created.
Yeah, there's no information for us to see.
What is it?
Just a quick heads up that I need to dash in about 15 minutes, but I have set that most asked for Judge Simpson as a premier so that chat will be open. And this will direct you to that premier. So you'll still have something to watch for another, it is, I want to say 30 something minutes long, roughly.
Just as out of state. Like this is always.
There is an out-of-county case, but it just hasn't been processed yet.
Oh, Okay.
I don't know, and it may be just too early yet. I just don't know.
Okay. I mean, and so that's why yesterday,
I would say at a minimum, let's wait till tomorrow to give you time, and then I can get Melissa time to look at what the out-of-county is. Because I don't know what it is. There's definitely a case there. It just, I don't know if it's been processed yet.
You think we'll know by tomorrow, Judge?
I hope. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already did it once. Like I always do it.
Okay.
Contact somebody and figure it out.
Okay. She's gonna look into it now, Paria.
Okay, so roll to tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, no, thank you guys.
poor Paria.
It's all right.
All
That's
right.
okay. Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow, man.
Bye.
All right. Ricardo.
Judge, may I approach
Come
real
on.
quick? Ishmael Sims, fugitive.
To avoid people not watching, like to avoid the comments spoiling for those who want to go back and watch. The verdict is right at the start of my stream, like a couple of minutes in, because I came in late. So if you go back right to the beginning and then you hit live, you'll land up, like go back to the beginning, skim through quickly, you'll see where it happens, and then you can just hit live and come back to here. But I'm cautious on it being in chat because some people generally rewatch and then they'll see it.
Case.
Sims?
Sims, yes, Ishmael Sims, S-I-M. He wants to keep the waiver, so we're all good to go on that, and simple reset. We're good on that one. And then the other one, I'm reapproaching on Mr. Duran. He's on bond. It's a case out of your court. This is the one you were gonna contact somebody about the education.
Oh. I'm gonna need time. Let's set it off a week.
1 week.
Yeah, and then I want him to come back and then we'll see.
The judge, he's been telling me how much trouble he's been having going back and forth, losing days at work. He needs to check in every week for his device. Is there any way we can waive his appearance?
What's the problem?
His device, he checks in every week. I don't know what they do to it, but it's been Friday, and he's been checking in every week, losing time.
So why do we have him come on the Friday then? Since he's gonna be here anyways. He's gonna be here anyways, right?
I don't know if he is, but he's had 2 days. He's had 2 days. Vení para acá, por favor. Can I call him up so he could explain what's going on, how he's losing time?
I mean, I'm not gonna get into a big discussion with him about it now, right? I'm trying to better him by being able to read and write. He doesn't
My
know.
understanding is they hop on Metro to deal with everything, and so. ¿Tienes problema que con la máquina vienes cada viernes o cómo?
Cada viernes. Apenas viene el viernes pasado y ya me toca otra vez el viernes.
¿Vas a estar aquí el otro viernes, ¿es seguro?
Sí.
Okay, he'll be here next Friday for sure, so we'll
Okay.
just do that.
All
Okay,
right.
está bien, tomasito. Okay, we'll just do it.
Yeah. All right.
So next Friday?
Correct.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Edna.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey.
Ronald Torres, he's on your docket this morning. He
Okay.
had an offer, 15 hours of community service. He got that offer last month and a decision-making course. He's done the course. Since the hurricane, they've had a lot of problems with work. He's been working 7 days a week. He's all over.
It's
Can
160.
we just do another day or two? He can get it done in the next, we have another offer with an additional course and a way of the
Okay,
community
I'll
service.
give him a week to get it done.
We'll get it done in the
Okay.
next day or two.
All right,
Thank you so much.
for sure. Ramona. Who else? Yeah. But any more no-shows? Okay. Yeah. It got dismissed. What, you dismissed Watkis, right? Mr. Watkis? Is he- Oh, he didn't even show up.
He had COVID, that's the guy from yesterday.
Okay, it just got dismissed.
Okay.
So
let's
his
do-
lucky day.
Let's do on the same thing. That's what he would do.
Thank you. That helps. 2501. Is that it?
Let's start with Vasquez on page 29. John, you want to hear?
I'm here.
Hey,
Vasquez, Judge.
yeah.
Apparently he showed up in jail, but he didn't make the job.
So,
And I can't get a hold of him. I don't have any good numbers. I'm just waiting for him to pop up on the job.
okay, so 5002. He's not here.
He says he's in jail.
So why is he on the bond docket? Do you have Vasquez back there, Stephen?
I don't have him back there. Let me double check my system to see if he's actually been booked in. Because he could have been placed in jail after our docket was ran.
Yeah, I don't know. So regardless, roll it tomorrow. Mr. Hall, are you Mr. Hall? Good morning, sir. How are you? Tell me about you. What's going on? Why is that? You should come visit us more often. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that.
My wife is watching, she's a big fan.
Oh, well, tell her hello.
She's jealous that I'm here.
Oh, well, have her come hang out with us. We'll give her candy if she comes.
She's a school teacher, so she's running out of time this summer.
Oh, that's wonderful. We love teachers.
We
Great.
really enjoy watching because frankly, I think broadcasting court is one thing that results in a lot of reform. When people see that stuff.
And what I like to tell people is we hope that, people watch and learn and see. So when they get tempted to make boneheaded moves, they think twice. That's the idea. That's the education about it. And quite frankly, I don't know if it works, but hopefully it does.
There is some
There you go. Then it's a win. It's a
I
win.
started out my career as a newspaper reporter. I was a police officer
Nice.
for a while. Then went back to journalism, then I went to law school.
Wow, what a career. Well, so who were you in journal? Who did you work
I
for?
worked for a small town newspaper over in Liberty
Okay.
County.
Nice. So you're out there still in Liberty County?
I'm in Cameron now as a lawyer, but that's where I grew up.
Yeah, we do things quite a bit differently than Conway does. We're a lot.
Conservative. Like.
Very.
Talking about a $10,000 bond, it would be 50 there.
I remember seeing I had a friend who represented a kid who was, I think, 19, who had a cocaine case, first offense ever. I mean, he had a pretty decent amount, but the judge, I think, gave him 15 years. Was it 15 years? Right out, so where he couldn't get probation, right? And just, I mean, I
agree, that's harsh.
It's.
Had a client that a couple of years ago, it's hard for that aggravated robbery. And they were sitting up for 40 years and he was 17 years old.
Wow.
And I just thought that was ridiculous.
I mean, at 17, just young and stupid, there's got to be, I mean, that tells me you don't think there's any kind of redemption whatsoever.
He's ridiculous. He's a smart kid. He's going to college.
I think that, I mean, nearly everyone, not nearly everyone, but, of course, there's some that there's just way just gone. But at 17, you kind of somehow try.
And he'll be out in another 3.
God, let's hope he doesn't come out worse.
I don't think he will. He's doing everything he can better.
Great. Well, that's good. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe shock.
He's one of the few other men that I think we want to really his grandmother and he's screwed up.
That's good.
And that's all you can hope for.
I mean,
This means it makes it much worse.
yeah, that's what scares me. At 17, they're so impressionable. You put in prison with a bunch of yutzes. I mean, God, really? Now, of course, we don't know the facts of the case, so we can't comment on whether it was
Yeah, I
right.
do know the facts of the case. It's all on video. I mean, other than the fact he's armed with a gun and shoot anybody, you just, you know, I did this, a bunch of Scottish with their units, so, they gun. They didn't even take money.
That's tough, man.
But, you know, that was a really dumb, stupid thing to do.
Yeah, and he's kicking
I
himself.
told him the usual thing, you know, you need to give up crime, you're not very good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you don't back the blue, you will be black and blue. You know?
But we really enjoy watching.
Well, thanks, I appreciate it.
I think you do make a big difference here.
Well, nothing on this, you know?
We can't, you know, unfortunately, we can't clone you, but, you know, I think judges could learn a lot watching this.
I don't know about that, but I mean,
As my wife said,
one person at a time.
as my wife says, and she said, but I said, she's a school teacher, she said.
You know, you know what you should do is reach out to your wife and tell her perhaps she can Zoom the class in so she can broadcast the proceedings into the class. Oh, it's first grade? Yeah, no, probably not, right, for first grade.
No, they can barely hold it.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, yeah.
I'm not big on cell phones, but
Well, who was released? Great. Absolutely. Yes, you too. Take care.
And I will bring her back when I can.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have her. Have her come by. Hey.
I've been in court for 2 hours standing in line waiting for a judge, so I apologize.
I'm happy you made it. Don't worry about it.
That he's enrolled.
Where's?
Okay. I have got to go in about 3 minutes. I'm going to send you over to a Judge Simpson hearing that I'm not even joking. I've had people who I didn't even know watched the channel reach out and ask me to show. It is from, I think, just over a week ago, and the judge actually cries. I've never seen that happen. It is a tearjerker though, so this is a warning. While I was watching it, I kept pausing and like, carry on. I'm going to be at dancing, so I'm going to be getting ready now. And so I might not be able to chat that much, but I'm going to send you right over there. And because it's a premiere, chat will be there. If you're on mobile and you go into a premiere, you might have to swipe the little comment thing to see the chat replay. I mean, the live chat. So I know a few people have commented on the other premieres saying, how do you chat? But it's just like on the Winchester, on when you get to the thing, there's a chat underneath. Just swipe. There should be 2 little dots. Swipe, and then you'll be in the live chat. Thank you for hanging out. That was that verdict. I don't know why verdicts make me sad when they're, I don't know. I don't want to say too much for those who are going to rewatch. But I get sad whenever there's a verdict, regardless of the outcome. It feels like, I don't know. Right. I may do my podcast on Sunday, but it's kind of TBC. I have so much random admin to do for the channel that I'm going to have to do some of it on Saturday, some of it on Sunday. I need a bank card. I have to go to the actual physical bank, which I haven't done in about 5 years. So I'll see. I'm not promising, but it might be there. If so, it would be about 8 p.m. my time. Right. Premiere's about to start, so I'm going to send you there. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend if I don't see you till then. And I hope you enjoy the most requested Judge Simpson hearing ever.